All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations are in order for Ray Harcum from Concord, Northeast Charlotte. I'll say, I always want to say he's from Charlotte. New owner of Bigfoot Forestry. Yay! So thanks, Ray. Congratulations. How is it going so far? You got your hat
It's
on?
it's going fantastic. Got the gear on and yeah, getting things up and rolling. Looking forward to it.
Tell everybody, please, because I think this is my first Bigfoot. It has to be because you're the first Bigfoot franchisee. Congratulations on that. Yeah, tell people what you're going to do. What is your service?
Service would be, we'll call it forestry mulching. Going in
Yeah.
and taking wooded areas and taking small saplings, trees, the undergrowth, and mulching that up into the ground, leaving it where the bigger trees can flourish, and you can use your property the way you would like to without dealing with vines, briars, saplings that are just in the way. So that way it opens the space up and creates an area that you can use.
I love it. I love it. An interesting story here. Ray actually comes from the franchise world, which
That's
most people that I work with don't. So he was a franchise sales guy in a previous life, we'll say, right?
in a previous life.
So it really does go to show, I think, that you don't have to have a history in the business that you're going to get into. Now you get to write your own story, right?
Absolutely. I could be my own boss, create my own future at this point in time.
Well, and congratulations. You look at it. We looked at quite a few. We knew we wanted to be in the service space. We knew
Yes.
kind of, I'm going to say more of like a worker blue collar business. You wanted to get out of the office, get away from the computer, the whole
Put the
bit.
suit and tie away, let it hang in the closet and put real clothes on and get out and work with my hands just a little bit.
Yeah, being outside was a big deal to you, I remember, right?
Yes. Looking forward now. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to growing it and me not having to run the machine every day,
Right.
but still looking forward to being outside, dealing, working with customers and creating great spaces for them.
All right, well, let's celebrate this thing. We're just gonna go, ready, go, three, two, one. Oh, mine's not working. There it is. It's time. Very good.
hopefully
Isn't
that shows up. Hopefully that shows up well on the camera.
it fun? Leave it out. Leave a little bit of a mess for a while. Celebrate yourself a little bit.
I
So,
will do it. Now you'll have to understand my OCD will bother me a little bit, but it's
like, just so you know, it vacuums up really easy. Like a little hand vac, just it vacuums right up because it's not like the little girl stuff. So,
no, that works perfect.
all
No,
right.
I've been looking forward to popping the little celebration thing for a while.
Well, congratulations, seriously. Please keep in touch. Let me know how it's going. Let me know about the support.
I've talked you up very well, and I was telling them, yeah, I'd used a broker, and they were like, "Well, how was that?" Right? Because a lot of things we've seen is like the broker would just say, "Hey, here's a company, call them up," and I was like,
Right.
"No, at least it goes into a whole like there's a whole bunch of stuff you do to figure out what sector industry that kind of fits your personality, what you're looking to do, and like and then once we kind of get that narrowed down, then we kind of get down to what's the price point,
Right.
growth. No, I'm like I said so by the time I got to the point where I'm talking to companies, I'm like I've already kind of filtered down to what sector industry that I'm looking at, and then it's a matter of finding one that seemed to fit me and fit the needs and the growth that I was looking to do and that kind of stuff. And so he was like, "That's the kind of broker that everybody needs." I'm like, "Absolutely, absolutely." And I'm like, "And there's a reason that you go to these things and people like Lisa are the ones getting the awards because they have a process and a procedure
It's a
of
big
not just saying,
deal.
"Hey, I've got two franchises that I like the best, and
Right. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
push
gonna
you over
make
there."
everybody like them,
That
right? Yeah,
and
no way.
so it's like because I told them I was like I had before I'd contacted you I'd spent a couple weeks just trying to look for what I was
Looking.
looking for, and
Yep.
there's thousands of them out there, but it's I could never really find some of the more unique things that I was looking for. And that's when
Right.
I'd contacted you, and then you're bringing me all these, and I'm like, shit, I've never heard of these. Like, all the hours I've spent looking at stuff, I'm like, she's got all these great ones over here that I'm like, I don't see them anywhere. But
Yeah.
but I think it's also the franchise itself, so it depends on where you're.
Depends on what you're looking for, who you're working with, right? So like now
It,
I know more about Bigfoot than I did before just because of you. But in the end, you know more about Bigfoot than I'll ever know, right? Even before you
that's
sign. And I think that that's the biggest thing is like we can't get so close to it that we just think it's for everybody. Like
true.
You know what I mean?
It's
So it really does have to be like, okay, I trust it enough. It's checking the boxes, but now you take it forward. You figure out, is this going to be the best one for you right now at this point in your life? So,
very true. It's because one that I looked at and I'm like, that's just not for me. The next person you're talking to is like, that's the perfect fit for me.
oh,
I
absolutely.
mean,
It's like what we're doing, you know?
yeah, everybody's a little different. There was probably people who look at Bigfoot and like, I don't want to run a
I don't want
machine,
to run a machine and I
and
don't
I
want
can
to be
understand
hampered.
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of whatever sort of floats your
yeah,
boat, and you look at and say,
I can do that.
what kind of vision can you see it as?
Right.
Not just today, but what do you think you can make this in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? And
Exactly.
some of them that you showed me, I'm like, it's the concept's fantastic, but I'm like, do
Yeah,
I really see myself?
right.
It's like, I'm not really. Or I'm
Right.
like, it looks great, but I'm like, I don't really see how I can grow it the way I want to, or the way that they're talking about it. And it's, some of it's just my own mental block that
Well, and sometimes
can't
too, like,
see.
there's going to be hard days. This is a business.
Oh yeah,
You've got to look at this thing and know that even on the hard days, you're gonna be like, all right, I can get that done. Right?
yep,
I can get that done. Yep, I can hop in that machine and knock over the trees and move the dirt and I'm
that's
I
absolutely. I
couldn't.
mean, it's when you sit back and envision it. It's like, do you envision that being something that you can do in 10 years from now? Or you go into it going, God, I'm going to have to do this a year. Maybe I can do it enough that I can sell it and then do something different. And I'm like, and that works for some people. That's not really what I'm looking for. It's like, I'm looking for
Right.
something I can build and grow and create what I want. And
Well, I think the
if I
best
can
thing
get this one to that point, I might end up buying another one. You never know. It's
well,
so
I think the best thing for yours was when you had to wait for your financing and go get a job.
that was
You're like, I hate this. I'm like, you're buying
it.
a business.
It was, yes, it was torture. I'll put it that way. Not the fact that I had to get a job, just I had to go get something quick, and it happened to just be selling cars, and
It was not the job
that's
for you.
that's not what I want to do. But I had to suck it up for 3 months and get it done. It's
Yep,
and
that's okay.
and that's where it's at.
Right, right. No, there's something for everybody.
But but at the same time, I'd rather jump in this machine and do it than do carpets.
And you get to on Saturday. So that's cool.
I hope the guy accepts the bid offer, and yeah, I can go out there and
Do me a
tear,
favor. So
tear some
before
stuff
I,
up.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Thank you for working with me.
It's been a pleasure, Lisa. Thank you.
Thanks. It's always nice someone from the industry. I'm like, all right, he had his pick of the litter and he picked me.
That I did. I was like, I'm going for the best, and that's what I did.
I love it. We're gonna have to make that one into a short YouTube video right there.
Be glad to.